Good day everyone, I'm Engine Galit Sabequil. I'm discussing about commissioning and decommissioning preservation of marine boilers. In this session, we will be discussing an important topic in marine engineering, the commissioning, decommissioning, and preservation of marine boilers. This is essential for knowledge for anyone pursuing a career at sea, since boilers play a vital role not only in propulsion on some ships, but also in cargo operation, heating, and supporting auxiliary system. Our discussion will follow a structure flow, marine boilers, and why this procedure are necessary. This commissioning process include its definition, objectives, and steps. The decommissioning process covering shutdown procedure and safe measure. Preservation method, both shorter term and longer term, safety and environmental considerations. Finally, we will summarize the key points, so let us begin. Importance of marine boilers. Marine boilers are essential for steam generation. On some ships, they provide propulsion power, while on other they are mainly used for cargo heating, fuel heating, domestic water heating, and auxiliary operation. Because they handle high pressure and temperature, safety and efficiency depend on proper operation and maintenance. That is why we focus on commissioning. While decommissioning and preservation, if these procedures are done carelessly, boiler may suffer for corrosion, scaling, tube leaks, or even dangerous explosion. So, let's first look at commissioning. Commissioning, the process of preparing, test, and starting up a marine boiler for safe operation. So the purpose is to ensure the boiler is ready, efficient, and safe for service. So while decommissioning, the process of shutting down and safely taking a marine boiler out of operation. So its purpose is to protect the boiler when it's no longer needed, repair, or laid up. Next, safety and environmental consideration. First, compliance with SOLAS. Second is handling of boiler water treatment chemicals. Third, record keeping documents and crew safety practices. And lastly, environmental protection. Commissioning of a boiler. Commissioning is the process of preparing a newly installed or recently repaired boiler for safe service. Think of it like the careful birth of a boiler. It's brought into operational gradually and systematically. So the objectives, the main goal are to ensure the boiler is free from debris like oil, rust, and consumption construction material, to verify that all safety devices and auxiliaries are functioning properly. So, to establish safe initial operation before the boiler is handed over for regular service. So, here are the steps in commissioning. There are several important steps. So, pre-commissioning checks. Inspect the thermal surface of the boiler, remove grease, rust, and scale. And also conduct chemical cleaning. Often, alkali boil out for oil and acid cleaning for scale. Verify that all fittings like gauge, glasses, brakes, and blowdown connection are installed correctly. Make sure safety valves are pressure gauge are calibrated. So test water level, alarm, and automatically shut down system. These steps ensure the boiler is mechanically ready. And hydrostatic test. The boiler is filled with fresh water, making sure air pockets and vent. Test pressure usually by 1.5 times the design pressure is applied, expect for leaks. So, the formation of unusual noise, this test must be witnessed and certified by our savior, such as from the Classification Society. This step provide that the boiler can withstand work pressure safely. Boiler filling and initial firing. Fill the boiler with treated feed water pump up to normal water level. Open air vents to prevent vacuum formation. Like begin firing at low rates. This gradually warning prevents thermal stress. Sometimes intermittent fire is used. Carefully monitor expansion, stresses, and uniform heating. So the next step is operational check. Test the safety valves like lift, pressure, confirm alarms, trips, and interlock. Check flame stability, burner optimization, and combustion efficiency. So verify the operation of feed water system, pumps, and fuel. So definition of reason decommissioning means safely shutting down a boiler, either temporarily or permanently. Reasons include scheduled surveys, maintenance, and vessel layups, or change in ship operation. So, shutting down procedure or normal shutdown reduce load gradually to prevent thermal stress, secure the fuel supply, and purge the furnace of any unburned fuel. So, stop burner and allow the boiler to cool slowly. Draining and cleaning. Once cold, drain the boiler fully. Open manholes and handholes for internal cleaning. Inspect tubes, drums, and refractory materials. So, there are safety consideration. Isolate steam lines and feed lines and fuel supply. Apply lockout, tag-up procedures. Ventilate the furnace before personnel entry. This ensures that maintenance can be carried out safely. Preservation of boilers. When boilers are not used for weeks or months, corrosion can damage them. Prevention of method prevent this. Types of prevention. So, wet preservation is shorter term. Fill with treated water and oxygen scavenge, maintain low pressure. So, the dry preservation is for long term. Drain water, dry inside, and silica gel or liquid meal to absorb moisture. And then nitrogen blanketing, fill with nitrogen gas to remove oxygen. Monitoring, so check regularly for pressure, humidity, and corrosion signs. Replace this discount when needed. So the trivia is quicklime or CaO used in dry preservation in the same chemical found in cement. It absorbs water vapor, keeps the boiler dry. So, and then nitrogen blanket is also used in beer tanks or prevent oxidations. Preservation of marine boilers. Preservation of marine boilers is essential to prevent internal and external corrosion. When the boiler is not in use for a short or long period, this is especially important during ship layup, maintenance, and prolonged ideal conditions. Proper preservation ensure the boiler remains in good condition and is ready for safe operation when and needed. So why preservation is necessary? To prevent corrosion of internal boiler surface, especially from oxygen and moisture, to avoid scaling or fitting inside boiler tubes and drums to maintain the integrity and efficiency of the boiler for future use, to reduce risk of boiler failure, leakage, or unsafe startup. So, what are the methods of boiler preservation? There are two main methods. So, dry preservation and layup. So, use when the boiler is to be shut down for a long period. So, the procedure is drain the boiler completely, dry out the internal surface using heaters or warm air, place deciments like silica gel or quicklime (COA) inside the drum to absorb moisture. Close all manholes and valves airtight and periodically check and replace desiccant if needed. Key points ensures the boiler completely dry, best for long-term shutdown, safe from corrosion due to lack of moisture. Wet preservation, wet layup, used for shorter-term shutdowns where the boiler might be needed soon. So, the key point here is use oxygen, scavengers, and pH control chemicals, and suitable when boiler is accepted to restart soon. So must monitor water quality regularly. So the function of marine boiler is preserve the marine boiler, ensure longevity, preserve costly repair, and keeps them ready for operation. Select between dry and wet preservation depends on the downtime duration with intentional to moisture and oxygen control. Proper preservation practice improves safety, efficiency, and operation readiness on board ship. So, precaution during preservation. Ensure complete draining in dry preservation. Use only chemical graded preservates. Regular inspect provision materials like silica gel. Label and document preservation status to avoid operational error. And the next one, recommissioning after preservation. First, check for signals of corrosion or moisture. And second one is clean and flush the boiler if necessary. Third one is remove all preservation materials, and next, refill with treated water, perform hydrostatic if required. And lastly, slowly bring boiler up to operates pressure and temperature. So the next one is we are here in preservation of marine boilers is a critical maintenance activity that ensures the safety, longevity, and efficiency of boiler system on board ship. And lastly, commissioning and decommissioning are opposite but equal important process in marine boiler operation. So commissioning ensures the boiler is properly tested, safely started, and ready to deliver efficiency steam from shipboard use, while decommissioning ensures the boiler is safely shut down or cooled and prepared for inspection, maintenance, and layup. Both procedures protect the boiler from damage and ensure crew member safety and maintenance overall efficiency of ship operation. In simple terms is commissioning makes the boiler ready for safe service, while decommissioning protect it when service is no longer required. This practice ensures safe and efficiency operation, protect the crew, and comply with international rules. So always remember, a safe boiler is a heart of reliable ship.